today it's pine tar soap. Those of you that have made it before know that it has a very, very distinct smell. And the first time that I made it, I thought, I'm not making this ever again. And then, interestingly enough, after using it and realizing that the smell you do get used to, and it's more of a medicinal type smell, which really, it probably wouldn't be my first choice, but I don't find it offensive. And the smell does not linger on your skin, and it is a very mild and moisturizing bar of soap. And it's very rustic, though. I don't think there's a way to make this look pretty, but I tend to lean towards the more rustic soaps, more earthy and natural. As I've tried to make some pretty ones, but I think my heart is more with the rustic and natural earthy soaps. And with that being said, I made some pine tar soap today, and the difference in the soap that I made today from the one that I made before is the one I made today is full goat's milk as the liquid portion, and I also used oat flour, hoping that it would make that even more nourishing, moisturizing, and gentle on the skin. So if you want to see how I made the pine tar hot process soap, then keep watching. And also, just to let you know that from the research that I've done, I've read that in order for the full benefits of the pine tar, in order to take advantage of the full benefits of pine tar, you want to do it at least a 20%. And so I did do that. It is 20% pine tar, and I also super fatted at 10%. I did 5% in my calculations with a lye discount, and then I added an additional 5%, added that at the end of cook. And I did just unrefined shea butter because that's my favorite super fat. I love shea butter. And anyway, if you want to see how I did it, then just keep watching. Okay. First of all, I have to apologize for the filming of this video because I had to do it with my cell phone. I didn't have anybody home to help me. And pine tar soap is not something that I make frequently, so I wanted to go ahead and film it as I was making it. And second of all, this is like the 100th time I've tried to do this talk over because I keep getting interrupted. Either the dog barks, my son comes in, my daughter comes in, my husband comes in, and they just come in yelling and talking. And so anyway, I'm going to try this again. Okay, there is my frozen goat milk, and I'm slowly adding my lye solution, or my lye beads, to the goat's milk. And what I do is I slowly add more frozen cubes and then a little bit more lye, some more frozen cubes of milk, and a little more lye. And I continue that until it's all fully incorporated, and that usually takes me like 5 to 7 minutes. It's kind of aggravating actually, but the goat's milk is so worth it. But here I'm showing you how it is creamy, and it's not orange or burnt if you do it that way. Here's the pine tar that I use. I do get it at Tractor Supply. I'm showing you here the viscosity of it. It's really thick like syrup, and it has a very distinct odor. And I'm just measuring out my portion here just to show you if you hadn't ever seen how thick it is. And this is where I'm just adding in my goat's milk lye solution to the crock pot of oils. I feel like I've said all this about 100 times because I have. It's just not even funny anymore how many times I've had to do this. So anyway, I hope you guys do enjoy it. Okay, here's the oils that I've melted down that I've added my lye solution to, and now I'm just going through a regular process of stick blending. And I'm just showing you this because what I do is I just bring it to a very light trace, because you don't need it very thick. You just need everything really well incorporated, because when you add the pine tar in, it will thicken it up really fast. I mean, within probably 10 seconds with the pine tar, it turns really thick. And some people do add the pine tar at the end of cook. I don't necessarily know that if there's any benefit to adding it before or after the cook. If you guys know, then please comment below and let me know, because I don't have a clue what's best. It's just always worked well for me adding it at the beginning of cook. And here it is, stirring it in. It looks kind of like something you could eat, but doesn't smell that way. And it just showing you here how it's going to get really thick really fast. and there's a glare because it was really sunny that day, which I'm not going to complain about because I love the sun. And I do my soaping by a window in the kitchen because I like to look out. And I just couldn't get the camera or my phone at an angle where I wasn't getting that horrible glare. So I'm sorry, but my son was telling me, just don't use that video. And I said, but I've already gone through the trouble of filming it all, and I wanted to go ahead and use it. So if I ever, or not if, but when I make another batch, I might redo a video and delete this one. Anyway, see how thick it is? It gets really thick, really thick. Okay, just showing you the time here. My dog's gonna start barking again. Anyway, this is how thick it got when I got finished stirring. I mean, and this was just within seconds how thick it is. Anyway, let it cook for 10 minutes. I was showing you the time. So 10 minutes had gone by, and this is what it's going to look like now after 10 minutes. Looks more like a true soap batter. I guess that's the right word. It's, you know, starting to loosen up a little bit and not look so wrong. You can stir it, and I probably over stir my soaps. I don't know. I just like to keep stirring them, keep everything incorporated, and keep everything moving. And I'm just trying to get the consistency here to show you guys if you're not blinded by the glare. And when I was filming it, I couldn't tell if the glare was making it where you couldn't see or not, so I kept trying to get it at different angles. Okay, another 10 minutes has gone by, just showing you the process here of the stages that it goes through. It looks a little thicker and looks, you know, again, like a traditional soap mixture is going to look. It's just so odd how I've gotten used to the smell of pine tar. When, like I said, the first time I ever made it, I was thinking I'm never going to make that again. And the show that I was at yesterday sold a bunch of soaps. I actually sold out of my pine tar soap at that show. So it's, you know, I guess it's one of those things that if you can educate people on pine tar and the benefits without making any medical claims, I always tell them that, you know, I tell them to Google it and research it for themselves to understand the benefits of pine tar. Kind of leave it in their hands, but, you know, giving people the education and, you know, a little bit of a background knowledge. That way people can make a decision for themselves, but it kind of sells itself, actually. It's just a really good soap. And the smell does not stay on my skin. Every time I use it, it doesn't stay on at all. I mean, so even if you do like it or don't like the scent, it won't stay on your skin, but you can get the benefits. All right, another 10 minutes has gone by, and here's what it's looking like now. About the same, actually, but it's starting to get more of that Vaseline sheen to it when you stir it. And I was trying to capture that with the camera as well, but I don't know if you can tell or not because I can't keep it very still. And the other times when I've made pine tar soap, I've never done the zap test with it. I just kind of look at it, and, you know, once you've made soap for a while, you kind of get that feel of, you know, it's done. And this time I was contemplating, did I want to do the zap test or not, and I just wasn't sure. I was kind of dreading it, actually. So here I'm showing you what's on the spoon because it looked like it was done. I'm going to try the zap test. So how are we going to tell if it's done? The zap test. It's good. I'm adding in my unrefined shea butter and just showing you that process here. Next time when I show my face on camera, I'm going to get dressed for y'all and get nice and try and get prettied up. It's just, you know, when you're in the mood to make soap, you're just in the mood to make soap. You can't take your time and go and get dressed or dressed up and get all ready. It doesn't work that way, does it? Just making sure all that shea butter is incorporated. And I couldn't tell with the glare when I was holding there. And there I found a little chunk right there. And when I was holding the phone trying to film it, couldn't see. I couldn't tell what was a glare and what was actually a hunk of shea butter. But anyway, I just always like to stir it and make sure it's all incorporated well. And I'm going to add my oat flour. And it was about I think it was about 1/4 of a cup that I added. I don't like to add too much, but I do like to have enough in there to get some mild exfoliation and some of the moisturizing benefits of the oats. And I'm just incorporating that in. And I did not film putting it in the mold or the cutting of this soap, but I will show a picture of the completed soap.